Morning, everyone. It's Mel from Everything Marmy. Welcome to my mess, or if you want, my desk, which is a mess. Kind of rhymes. I have a whole bunch of stuff sitting here and trying to decide what I'm doing. I want to thank you guys because, my goodness, I'm just really grateful that you guys are just who you are. Like, let's raise this up a little bit. Okay. Let's see if I can move this a wee bit. This is the new cover for my, well, it's not new, you guys. I got this, was it last year? Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know my name some days. I have to sing the alphabet to come up with the first letter of my name and consequent other ones. But this is the Hobonichi Cousin Avec. Nope. I still have not found and have, yes, been looking for the first half of the Cousin Avec. And it has decided to play hide and seek on me. Being that I've put books upstairs, brought them downstairs, put them upstairs, downstairs, I will find it eventually, I'm fairly certain. This, by far, is the most creatively fill-in-the-blank book I've ever had in the 6 years of doing the Hobonichi Cousin. But before we get on to this, I am going to do some of the Kiss Planner. And I do know that when I do my B6 for next month, a lot of change is going to happen, you guys, because I'm simplifying. Have to. I absolutely have to. So, and why did I decide to change covers from the Alatoni, this one here? I think, I don't know, I love the Alatoni covers. I see, like, here is the daily one. And I really like them. You couldn't get a pen in there, though. Well, you could, I suppose. They're sturdy. This is my dailies. Like, there's so much I have not done in these planners. And so there's a huge part of me that thinks that by the end of this month, I'm just going to start prepping my next books and work on the monthly and put to rest the rest of these books and just play. Except for the weeks, because I'm not feeling them. I don't know why. I'm just not, I'm not feeling them. I'm going to pull out in a video, probably, I don't want to say when, because I don't want to sit here and tell you a bunch of dates that may not come into existence. But there are times when I feel this overwhelming desire to want to creative in the books, and I feel a distinct pull to do that. Yet this is not where it's going this year, and I'm not exactly sure why. There could be a whole a whole bunch of reasons for it. And then, of course, I do have this Alatone cover for the weeks, which is in the blue. I like these colors because of what the colors represent to me in some form. Okay, so the brown, earth, mountains, blue, sky, water, green, life, essentially, like trees, bushes, vegetation, that kind of thing. So I do like these three colors a lot. But when I went to this one here, there's the green, there's the blue, and a bit of the brown. So might be a different version of those same colors, but they're still there. And I wanted to change. I was hoping that by doing it that way, there'd be a change. But the main reason, I think, is that because this Alatone matches up with this Chic Sparrow, I didn't want to have two books in the same color. All of that for no particular reason. So I'm gonna show you last week's effort in, and yes, I'm still using this. My homemade, like, you guys, like, don't underestimate your rudimentary art. Okay, I've had this for, I want to say 4 or 5 years. I don't know, you guys, like, don't underestimate the power of what you can produce with your own hands. Like, to me, you will never find something more, okay, that's November, that's why I can't find it, more unique than what you can do yourself. And everybody should celebrate that. We're here on the 27th. This whole entire month in this book is blank. I was doing word of the day. And P.S., by the way, I don't know if I'm getting this whole book in sight here. It bothers me that I get, like, things in the shot. Let's just see if I can't angle this a wee bit more. Try to move stuff out of the way, which I won't be able to do, but this whole October is blank. Okay. And I was doing like word of the day, chocolate, clothes, whatever. Couple of things of note. When I decided to do that, I came into the, okay, I'm going to pen up this entire thing. That's out of there. This is out of there. I have pen cases, you guys. Ugh. Crazy amounts. So we're going to move that there. Let's see if you guys can see better now. So what I done is I take a like word search book and I came back here and I just filled in a journal word of the day using a book. And I just wrote down all these words. And some of them, like cold, was repeated like at least another time. and I changed it. See, cold is there, and then there was another one I changed to gold, and like, so I didn't really like check on them. In another version of my Hobonichi, I'd put down like scripture. Yeah. So I want to do a bit of a comparison. This is another lovely piece of artwork I've done. This was paper from the Planner Society, which is now Scarlet Line, but at the time, and I just cut the birds ever so gracefully and laminated them. None of this book makes sense at all. And yeah. Okay. So the pages I do like in this book, ironically, are these weeks from September 8th to 14th. No. Yes. The next one from the 15th to the 21st, and the 22nd to the 28th. And that, I think, would have like turned out really well had not, I think, 4 weeks passed, where I just put like the basics. Didn't do anything. Same things went on, that's the thing. And I was doing a lot of personal journaling. So having this as a schedule, I'm not a timekeeper of myself, not really like a moment-to-moment planner. Like, I don't say, okay, at 9 o'clock I'm doing this, at 10 o'clock I'm doing this. I mean, it would probably help me, but no. So we are here. No, that was last week. We are in a whole new week, you guys. We are here. And let me just like put in the same old appointments I have every week. So tomorrow I have 11 a.m. appointment. That's why the weeklies, like, I like the Hobonichi weeks, but really, like, my life feels monotonous. Ugh. Oh, why do I have a sticker here on the 29th? Okay, that's going to bug me. I did, however, last night, I picked up my daughter. And went to Walmart. She wanted something at Michael's. And that was really, I needed like cat food for my raccoon babies. I think I put this one, should have been over there. That's what I'm thinking. Can it come up? How many times do you guys see me like rip up these stickers? So, and you know what, you guys? I've got a freaking headache back again, and I hope it doesn't like become anything. On Saturday, do I have any boxes? Of course I do. It's just, are they near? Let's see. Okay, there's a black one. It is important. I'm just going to offset it because it won't fit otherwise. This is supposed to be like a black and white theme, but it really isn't. So this is the second part of her birthday, which was on the 13th. So because she's had baby, right? This is when this happens. And so I'm going to meet her out where she lives. And then also she needed like crib sheets, so she sent the Amazon number to me. Same with my daughter with her backpack for what she needed it for. And then in here, I always have a morning routine. And it goes straight across. I have the same things that I do every single day, you guys. It's like notorious. It's like being on automatic pilot, but it's like a combination of training for 41 years of my upbringing and military training of all of these things that I have to do before I come to the table. The only and one thing that I miss severely is coffee. Although I should be drinking that tea my daughter got me. And so essentially speaking, like even these ones from the week before, I mean, like this was 11 a.m. appointment. This one I canceled. This was a 1 p.m. I mean, how hard is that, right? I had water. And I worked it out, you guys, and I am like within the 32 to 40 ounces. Did I do my top 3 jobs? Huh? No. No, I did not. I did partials, so they don't count. I'm trying to think. I have to today get mail off. That's important. And I have to also, sometime this morning, the earlier the better, I have to pick up scripts. The problem is, like, all over, like any place that I really want to go to right now, construction everywhere. Okay. And then I'm just trying to think what else I've got going on. Pardon me, you guys. Yeah. So, like, I've come up with some other concepts for this book because I do like the cousin. My cousin, I don't like this two-part system because, as you have heard, I've lost my first half. So I will be using like the full-on one, and I'm gonna decorate that soon. And like make it so that instead of like plodding along in life, which I feel like I've been doing, plodding along in life, as if, I don't know, maybe you guys can understand this, as if I've been waiting for some bloody bad thing to happen. And it's part of my genetic makeup. It's part of who I am. I've always been a bit, like, untrustworthy. I shouldn't say a bit. That's, like, the wrong term. The anxiety, yes, there's depression. I have seasonal affective disorder. I have severe and chronic PTSD. I have a lot of things that are on my, well, let's just say, you know, thumbtack it to my body double. Like, it's there, whatever. And normally these give me a lot of, and I'm sorry if there's big pauses between thinking and speaking, because I have that happen from time to time, and I can't explain it, but I can't come up with the right words. I can't seem to express the words. So, like, I want to focus on the joy of life, but at the same time, it's difficult. So, in the back pages here, they're blank. I gave up doing word of the day basically on the 21st of September. Even though, like, I wrote out these other words: relax, presents, holiday, indulgences. I can go back and draw this. Like, I could say that for every one of these things. Sweets, treats. And then in the very back, I put in a piece of, like, plastic. I haven't done a top 100. Like, if I get down and dirty with this book, meaning if I'm really going to be truthful, for the amount of money I spend on this planner, if I'm not using it the way that I really want to use it, I feel like I'm wasting this book. And that bothers me. I don't want to be doing that. And normally I turn these into sticker books, right? Like if I didn't like that, because, like, I could come over this and say, okay, well, I like, what is that? Like, I don't like that. So I'd come over here. These are coffee ones. Do I have the other ones nearby? probably do. Because I have like a lot of these little girl books. And what else? And turning these into sticker books. I know I have a green one somewhere. Where is that green one? Just bear with me, you guys. It's got to be up here. I don't know where it went. Anyway, let's use these girls. Let's improve this, even though it has nothing to do with the week we're on, because I don't feel like it has to. So these books here, I think I ordered off at Temu. And they're like washi and also clear type stickers. And essentially speaking, I turn all my books into sticker books, you guys, and I don't really go back and like look at the same thing. Like for example, I wrote here, leave for a couple of stops before my appointment. Like, who cares? Like, I don't care. Okay, that one. What's this one here? My neighbors are banging through the walls. My goodness. Okay, let's put her here. So even though, like, this was week 29, so it has no bearing on where I am now. None at all. But they're my books, and my style is what I call nothing. If it's called a style at all. It's experiment extreme. I want a sticker book. I want to look back and have a sense of feeling about it. That says Monday up there. That's kind of cool. But did they all have like dates? I didn't even know. Let's see. Monday. And then there's a small part of me when I notice things like that, and I think, well, I should keep those for next year. But come on now. I like her. So beauty can be found in ugly, I guess, is my point. Beauty definitely can be found in ugly. This one has wallpaper. I'm not on the right week. I honestly, like, I know I do long videos, and if you're new, welcome. I do long videos. I don't put ads, so they don't benefit me at all to put an ad. Oh, there is a Sunday there, at the bottom. So do they all have? Yeah, there is, like, literally. except this one here doesn't. Some of them have like dates to them and some don't. So those can be like my girls, I guess. I like this green. I'm going to pull this out. Make it pop. Green and yellow are great contributors. I'm probably going to be using more of my art supplies. I'm not here for views, so in my Stalogy that I'll be doing, I'm going to take some advice that was given to me and throw it all together in a great big pot of gloop called Mel and Her Ways. And I think it's important that we do what we like, or we're not going to do it. And I'm just trying to see where I can add. There's color here, but you see, you can't see that there. Let's see, this happy life and love your universe. Where are we going to put that? Let's try that there. Did that make it any better? I don't know, you guys. Do I have a point to it all? I don't know. Let's take a really ugly one. See, I didn't do anything in the monthlies either except like color them. So yeah, if you're here thinking, you know, I'm going to teach you a thing or two about this book, I'll guarantee you right now, nope. So, I wish I knew where that other book was. I had a green one. Doesn't matter. This one is the purple one, I think. I had more of these as well. Is that it there? Yeah, I found it. Yeehaw! I found it. Okay. Some of these I've gotten from yesteryears. And other ones, like this one's all New York. Some of them I was gifted. That's, I think Becky gave these to me all the way from Australia. So I'm just going to rip out a few pages here. I love like scenes of houses and stuff for some odd reason. Okay, so let's take these. Because, like, look at that page, you guys. Look at that page. Let's do something with this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't plan my videos. I I wonder how many of us actually do plan our videos. I don't plan my videos. I just get on here, push play, pray that it continues to, I don't know, record, which I should check. Have I really been talking 35? There's no way. No way I've been talking 35 minutes. Okay, well, let's put that over there, because I don't really even need that. So now this one is looking a little better, and that's why these are always a book in progress. Because I rarely go back to them except to look at the pictures and the highlighted information, but most of the highlighted information. Okay, come here, you. What is the matter with you? Okay. Let's kind of stack and rack. So already I can tell, for me, like, that it looks better. Let's see if we can't find anything else that goes up there. Like this one here. Like that star is just, yeah, not working for me. So I'm just going to come over it. So stickers, they change everything. If I didn't want this here, or if I wanted to put something on top of that, let's find something to make it a little, because I really, like, it's Marmy time, like, really? I look back at my past self and I think, yeah, you're special, Mel, that's for sure. Okay, so there we go. Now, again, I don't like the star. Why I put it there, don't know. And I think the whole point, like, with planners, the whole point that is to get our work done for the day. And I find, for me, I use these things as a huge and total distraction to not do what I need to do, which is the very opposite of planning, you guys. This is my hobby. This is a place I come to be constructive and creative and ignore life. And I don't mind doing it that way. I know what I gotta do. Like, every week it's the same darn thing. I've got to clean my kitchen. I got to clean my living room. I got to do my laundry. I've got to make my bed. I've got to do my bedding. I've got to clean out my bathtub. I've got to, I just gotta. Well, when I come here, I don't gotta do anything. I'm going to sit here, and if I want, change the image of the same page 15 times if I want. Just trying to find one to put over here, because now that I've changed the entire scene, And what's great is they're in this book. I can shelf it. And it's still not done, but I love the feel of it because I have this, I don't know, like immense, like, I like the way it feels. So, again, if I don't like these ones, I can do the same to that. This one here, I can do the same to that. You see, because down here, let's find me a house. Let's find me a house. See, that looks so much better. Let's look at these ones. Like, there's so many layers on these pages. It's incredible. Like, I have wallpaper. I have, like, crappy art. This is called multimedia. I don't like that. Good vibes over there. You're out of there. Let's see what this one is. And you guys can do this with anything. And if you don't have stickers, you don't have magazines, look for children's coloring books. Dick and Jane books, things like that. And then build up your cities. Multimedia is all about building up your cities. You know, like I tease myself sometimes and I think, okay, you know, I don't play video games, but this is sort of like my imaginary world. Let's see what I can put. I have to move on because I want to work on something else. You see that fence there? I'm going to find a home for it right about here. And it just like pops it. And I can keep going and layer it right up. And this whole book, whether or not it tells the story of my life or not, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like, so I don't know why I paused to show you all that. I don't know why. But sometimes that is the extent of planning in my Cousin Avec lately. And I like these two little girls. So where are we going to put these guys? August. So let's do that, shall we? They're so pretty. Oh my God, and it's got kittens and everything in this, you guys. Okay. So I guess the whole point, if I was to have one, is to think outside the box. Because, in fact, I've often said this before as well. Don't just think outside the box. Rip the box apart, you guys. Use the box. Don't worry about being Instagram worthy. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. I've never understood that. Don't worry about other people liking your art. Art is subjective, and nobody can tell somebody else how or what they should do with their art. Just going to put put that right down because I don't need to go back and see what I've already done. I don't. Like, I've done really wonky stuff, you guys. When was Easter? April? May? I have no idea. I suppose I could look, but I have still no idea. Labor Day, August. It's probably in the first month anyway, but let's put that here. Why not? Get some color around it. Blue butterflies. And then these papers here, I use them as well as like vellum, free vellum. Okay, so that was the intro to that. So there you go, you guys. Was there a point to that? Probably not. No. This is where we are now. So yeah, sometimes I feel like doing it proper. Other times I'm like, okay, I'm just going to fix this up. And every week it's ever changing. Sometimes I throw paint down and then trace it. Other times I pick out 3 like separate animals. So you guys, other times I overdo it, and instead of like just tracing a little bit, I'll trace the whole thing. This is an up-close view in my mind of my balloon people, which you can't see because I'm so close. And yeah, that was my favorite, like, to put it in perspective, I'm a neurodivergent. Or this is neurotypical. Like, there's order to that. There's no, well, okay, maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's more like it. I don't know. Maybe that, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Here I am. Nothing's done in the back. And yet I change covers. Okay. Before I completely run out of time, because I can't believe, I don't know where the time goes, you guys. Like, I have no idea how some people can write or do like 15-minute videos. I'm like, do I get lost in my own mindset? Like, how does that happen? I don't even know. Because, yeah, I just don't even know. Okay. What I want to talk about is this guy. So I'm going to take it out of the cover. This is the A5 Stalogy that I am using for October. The whole book, 365 days. I put a couple of charms on it. In the back, I've put like sticky tabs and some papers. And I've already mapped out week 5. So there's week 4. And I was embracing the blues because already I've got like seasonal affective disorder hitting me already. This is the first year I've had it hit me like this, and I think it's an estrogen thing. Not sure. Not a doctor. So my week 4, let's see, can you guys see? So I didn't do really much. I did date everything. I tried too hard with this. I did a video not long ago where I pointed out all the sections I didn't need. I didn't need them. So here I've done dailies. I wanted to use the Yumi Kitagishi washi tape, and in true mill fashion, put it absolutely everywhere. So here, I wrote morning pages, but you guys, like, I didn't write this until this morning. So, and then again, look, like, there's no rhyme nor reason to how I do things. These were the Louise L. Hay, I don't know why I can't say that word, Power Thought cards. I have quite a few motivational cards, and I think maybe I'll start incorporating those more. I really like them. And I find they're both to do with gratitude and to show where, let me try to rephrase this thought, because I do this all the time. They're both gratitude, and they're both like a way of thinking that's positive. So this one says, I release all criticism, and then on the back, I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. It is written in the present tense, you guys, which means that we are designing our world, you know, through the higher power that I personally believe in. I'm not here to tell anybody else what they believe in. Not at all. But I do like it in my book, and I will be using it. So that's what I've decided to do for gratitude. And in this case, having this space was good. And then I never did fill out the rest of this because, yeah, this doesn't need to be there, which was personal goals and priorities, because the brain dump is the most important thing, and here it is. And again, I don't know if that tape suits it or not, but as you can see right here, I did that, and I did half of the kitchen. And the problem is that the bloody dishes never go away, and you all know what I'm talking about, and I hate writing them down. So this was my tracker. This I'm moving to my medical weeks, because I think I am anyway, or something. I've got to, this, like, I can't see the forest for the trees. So everything's crammed together, and I don't like it. I do like it, but I don't. This is better, because there's the weekly in my old book. And, like, Monique pointed out to me, like, my first book, when I was, like, feeling around in the dark, July 2023, like, I just kind of did that book as, like, I felt to do it. And I'm gonna go grab that book because it's still one of my favorites. That book and the Christmas book of that year, which wasn't meant to be the Christmas book. B6 is my size. And I have 2 weeks in here, and I will show you. So I have a weekly tracker here, and then I have the plans and goals with another weekly tracker. So what I was thinking of doing is have the weekly tracker, which has my mood, my routines, my sleep, my exercise, my budget, my YouTube, my books, to do, to buy. I'm not sure about this page here. So I don't know if I start a new page for plans and goals or just move it to a different tracker. I don't know. But this is the one here. So, but this is too much room, you guys. Way, way, way too much room. But I did track most of the things. The most steps I got this week was 5,000. That was on the Monday before the migraine hit. Migraine hit me around 3:30 in the afternoon. Boom. It was there. It had been there for, like, in the back of my mind for a while. I didn't even bother with any of the food because for me, this stuff up here is more important. Now I've got day and I've got night, but they're all the same. So that doesn't make sense to me. And then I left all these blank pages for art. Which doesn't make sense because I have art books, you guys. Like, I have legitimate, like, this is one of many art books, which has better paper. And oh gosh, that was one of my first ones. Do you guys remember when I did that? So in the box, you're sent some supplies, and and then I decided after this that this is by Joanna Barnum, that I didn't really want to imitate somebody else's art, that I would use the art supplies in my own stuff. So I have many, many art books, as most of you know, because you've seen them like time and time and time again. So I don't know why I've left all these art pages. And then, oh, you guys, I'm embarrassed because these dailies are like terrible. That's Monday. So I literally stuck this over top. It's got like things in here. Like none of it is coordinated. It is just a hot mess with, of course, the washi. It's horrid. Here is Tuesday. The only thing that stands out is this. These are the bags. This is pretty much what I wore to go to my appointment. Yeah, and I had toast. Wednesday. Thursday didn't do it. Friday didn't do it. I wrecked this. Do you see? Like, to me, like, I have it nice, and then I do something stupid, like, yeah. And then stickers. And then here is where we are now, week 5. So, morning pages. What time are we at? An hour. I never fully get to do anything with you, but I'm going to write woke at 5 a.m. Took a bath and dressed. Water and meds. I was watching, Monique, if you're watching, I was watching your video and I went to comment and this AI box popped up. What? So they're not even letting me comment anymore? Is anybody else getting that? Oh God, the sirens around here is just unreal. Meds, watched Monique's video. I know I haven't gotten to the comments, you guys. I pray you forgive me. That's all I'm gonna say. I pray you forgive me. I read them. I try to answer all questions in the next video. And just please, I pray you forgive me. I can sit here and tell you a bunch of reasons why I haven't gotten back to them. Oh, that siren. Every day, you guys, 4 or 5 times a day. However, to comment, an AI box appeared. What? And then did video on Hobo Cousin Avec, I guess, or more of the Alatoni covers. I probably spelled that wrong, you guys. And the future, listen to that, the future of the monthly books, which are not my books. You guys, the system was inspired, is completely Monique's, at Monique Writes, which I always tag below. I think I forgot a couple of people in my shout outs. I will try to do a shout out once a week, you guys. So if you want me to watch your channel and shout it out, I won't just shout it out. I'll go watch the channel if it's appropriate. Like, if it's something I see myself watching all the time, I'll shout it out. That's how I do things, you guys, okay? So, you're more than welcome to put your own channel down there for other people to read in the comments. And I do encourage other people to read the comments, you guys, because you might learn something, or at least learn to question something, which is just equally as important. So my monthly book, no question, will probably not be like this anymore, where it's one book like this. I'm putting too much pressure on myself this way. And it does take a lot of time to put this much stuff for 1 month for me. As well as, do you hear the sirens, you guys? Oh my God. And not only that, like at the back of this book here, as you can see, these sirens are going to drive me to... I've had to cut out papers because it just gets too big. It's too much on the spine. So if I want to continue doing like 3 planners, like the Hobonichi planners, then I've got to take the pressure off of these books. Where's week 5? Okay, so feature monthly books and how that siren is like ready to like sorry you guys, I have to pause here, not only to say like a prayer that the person is okay, but a prayer that I'm not going to go insane from hearing the sirens every freaking day 4 or 5 times a day. Like, I can't. As an empath, I just can't. How I will move forward with B6 Stalogy. So up here, I've got a space. What did I do with the space from last month? Just put a sticker. So I already used the Louise L. Hay quotes here. So that's already done. I'm like ahead in a section. What this book is missing is like magazines. Like it's completely missing, like the magazines. There is none. So I'll have to, you know, deal with that. And all of it because I got this set, which is not a bad thing, you guys. It's just I try to coordinate it and be somebody I'm not. And that's okay. Now I know. Here's my brain dump, which I will do on my own because I know that we're past the hour. This one's better because at least it's breathing, unlike last month. Let's see, the tracker. You see how I need that one to come over though. You see, like at least here, there's breaks. So these are the vitamins. Did I put vitamins? I may not have even bothered. I'll put it there though. Okay, and then here's my weekly, my chores. These are all the chores. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I have 12 chores in 7 days. There's no reason why I can't get them done. Night sleep and daily steps. And I really want to go to a low to no buy. I'm not going to say no buy, period. This meal plan one here, again, here's the art and dailies. And I did like set them up like this. And I think the only thing missing is like November. I'll just use this pen. November 1st, 2025. And then, although, yeah, I started this book, I think I said November. It was September. I didn't do a book. So, but I always feel lost if I don't do these books. But this one is just not the right size. And then in the back, I have like journaling, and I had to cover up my hands, you guys. And just like I just stickered it up and whatnot. So I mean, I will use it. I've been using it, like I will use it more. And I've got like some ephemera I cut out here, just to kind of put in there. But what I really need to do more of is like find like regular like my art journaling magazines. That used to be in a different one. And yeah, that's a marmot, I found out. No, that's a marmot, and this is an otter. So that's it from me today, you guys. I might do another one. I don't know. Like, if I feel like doing another one, I might do another one. Just for shits and giggles, you guys, if you want me to do another video today, of what? Put it in the comments. Because, like, sometimes I like to take a break and do something. And, you know, like, I'm not the most consistent person in the world, but I have my quirks, right? So that basically is a few more ways of improving your A5s, I guess, you know. And I'm just praying for myself that I'm not losing my passion, because I've had other hobbies in my past where I have completely lost my passion. And it's like heart-wrenching for me, because like I really enjoy it. Nonetheless, I will let you guys go. Remember, we are all perfectly imperfect. You are loved, needed, and wanted far, far more than you will ever know. I will talk to you all later, you guys. Have a blessed and beautiful Monday. Bye for now.